My name is Christopher. I come to Neomed. I just had some problems as an athlete that I had tried to solve with different doctors or chiropractors or physiotherapists before. That hadn't always helped so much, so I heard about Neomed as kind of an alternative solution. I'd been to a place like this before a few years ago with good results, and so I'm glad that I came here to try it out. Here we've worked a lot on my nutrition. They've also done different kinds of physiotherapy with a payment machine that they have. They've done neural therapy, and we've done different kinds of supplements, different lifestyle nutrition changes. I compete in cycling races, cross-country ski events, and trail running races around Europe, mostly in Norway. And one thing that had bothered me for many years was stiffness that I would have throughout my body, especially my legs, which regardless of how much stretching or yoga or even physiotherapy I did before, never really helped. Different physiotherapists that I had seen before to relieve like range of motion issues that I had never really yielded results, regardless of sticking to different plans that they would give me for different months. And I'd been working on these kinds of problems for years, like anything from doing weightlifting to have better range of motion to injury prevention when skiing, or being able to paddle more fluidly while on my bicycle, and also different problems I'd run into when I was trail running. For example, I get shin splints fairly often, and that was just, I think, mostly due to inflexibility and muscle stiffness. And so these are all kinds of minor problems I had while training before, without any real solution, regardless of how I tried to approach it. But after coming to Neomed for a few weeks, I talked with Dina here to try and maybe look at these problems from a different angle. And with their nutritional support and some of their physiotherapy, a lot of these problems I've made significant progress that I'd never seen before working on these problems for years. I saw results here in 2 or 3 weeks that I hadn't seen before. And so now everyday problem that I have with muscle stiffness, for example, I don't experience anymore. So definitely really good results, and I'm really glad that I came. Same with other things. There had been some nutritional issues that I'd had before. I looked at different kinds of paleo diets or different kinds of diets to kind of tackle that issue. Had made some progress, but nothing that I was totally satisfied with. But again, they got me on a good nutritional program here, and that has also yielded good results. My first instinct is actually not to look at this kind of therapy, because a lot of it seems a little bit like it could be fake, for example, or just kind of scammy. But so for me first, I had, for example, like just this tightness in my back that made it very difficult for me to sleep. I'd wake up in the middle of the night with back pain for months. And so what's the first thing I'm going to do, right? Well, I go to a doctor, and that's probably the first thing, that is the first thing somebody should do. Makes sense. But if they tell you that they do an X-ray and a scan of your back, their only recommendation for me was to take painkillers. So they say, take some Tylenol or ibuprofen before I go to bed. I talked with 2 or 3 doctors about this problem, and that was all of their advice. And then they don't really have any, if they can't see something exactly on their MRI, they don't really have a way to treat you. The next step is to go to a physiotherapist or a chiropractor, which I also did, 2 or 3 times to each. But I mean, if you go to the chiropractor, you have a few treatments there, 2, 3, 4, 5 treatments, and he doesn't seem to know a way forward, and it's not helping. I mean, there's just no point in continuing with that. If you're sticking to this program for months, and it's just not helping. And so this actually was not my first place to go. I looked at the more traditional treatments first, and it was just kind of like, it's not going to hurt. It's kind of a last resort for me. But I will say I had experience with Eastern medicine, a sports medicine clinic. This was 10, 20 years ago in the United States. And they also actually helped me out quite a bit with my nutrition and with my training and with minor problems that I have, with stiffness or whatever. And so I knew something like this could work if I found the right place, the right people. And soon after meeting with Dina, we got on a plan within, right away. And I started feeling better surprisingly fast. It only took a couple of days for some of the issues that have been bothering me for years to get better. So depending on what somebody's issue is, going to traditional doctor, physiotherapist is not a bad idea to see if it's something that shows up on an MRI, for example. But for longer lasting problems that traditional medicine has not been able to tackle, this for me has been, it's really changed my daily life. So it's a very good decision to come here and do this. It was both. So for me, this was going to be the end of the cross-country ski season, which got canceled early. And so I was looking for a place to go for a few weeks for training. And there's lots of options to go to in the spring. So I could have gone somewhere else in the Mediterranean. But I knew Cyprus had really good trail running, and also there was Neomed here. And so it seemed like a great combination. Hey, come here, train for a few weeks for running. I was going to do running and CrossFit here every day. The gym's been closed, so I haven't been doing CrossFit. But I've been running here every day, and it was like, just try out Neomed. If it doesn't work out, you have nothing to lose. But this way, it's kind of a Neomed and kind of a training vacation all in one for me. So it was both. The trail running here has been fantastic. There must be hundreds of kilometers of gravel roads and trails to run on, just a few kilometers outside of the city. But it really has been Neomed that's changed things for me when I go back home. Trail running I can do anywhere, or most anywhere. But the help I've had here on Neomed will, I think, be a big change in my training going through, indefinitely. In a normal summer, I would be doing a summer full of roller skiing and trail running and cycling. So for me, that's mostly training up every day, putting up for the ski season, but also doing trail running events and cycling events. And then I trained for many years with cycling. Cycling is main events, but now that I'm in Norway more, and it's very snowy there in the winter, and they have a beautiful cross-country ski environment. My biggest training now is for cross-country skiing, so it's all building up to that. Exactly what training will look like this summer is a little bit complicated with the situation. I don't know what events I'll be doing, but it'll be a mix of training at least until races start in December. I can say that the staff here have been absolutely wonderful. Coming here every day is always something I look forward to. Everybody here is very warm and friendly. I mean, a lot of things with medicine, nobody really looks forward to going to the doctor, the chiropractor, and it can be kind of a stale environment, whatever. But the hospitality here and the people here, I definitely coming and getting treated at Neomed is definitely not something it's something I have to get done with. The staff here are really wonderful, and coming back here once a year or something like that for me in the future, just to get checked up on and to see the people here is something that I look forward to.